Whoa, that says MJF. That says MJF. Oh, wow.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. I really want to talk about this because, okay, I don't know how many of you guys, specifically on this channel, how far back you go with me, but not only that, how many of you guys actually remember what I say on some of my AEW videos going back to last year? Okay. I don't even know if this is last year when I said this. I think I said this around the time when I wanted Will Hobbs to win the TNT title. Okay. So this had to be probably like earlier in the year. Okay. And I remember talking about who should be the one to dethrone MJF. Okay. And I think one of the things that works really well in pro wrestling, but it's one of those things that's rarely done, though, at the same time, though. It's when you come full circle in storylines, right? And one of the come to full circle moments or storylines that we have is MJF and Wardlow, okay? So, as you guys know, Wardlow started off with MJF as really his main henchman, right? And we had a really good build with that. You know, then those two started going against each other. And that's when Wardlow became a on babyface away from MJF. Wardlow becomes, I think he's like a 2-time TNT champion, I believe. And he's been kind of lost in the sauce. He's been getting kind of lost in the sauce. You know, even people start thinking, hey, you know, maybe Wardlow go to the WWE or whatever like that, where he's probably a better fit at. But one of the things that I was saying was, before he goes anywhere, I was saying AEW needs to finish this story off with him and MJF. I've kind of backed down on it, and mainly because I've seen the direction that MJF's character has gone over, especially during the summertime, where he's become a little bit more crowd friendlier. You know, I won't even say because he's not a babyface, so I say just a little bit more crowd friendlier. And we hadn't seen Wardlow, so really haven't really been thinking about it. So Wardlow, the past few weeks, he's been coming out and he's been doing his symphonies. He's been doing his symphonies on these guys and these power bombs. And Ryan Nemeth was the latest victim to it. And so for the first time, because normally what Wardlow does, he goes into the crowd and exits the arena, right? Or exits the stage through the crowd. This time, Tony Schiavone got in the ring and asked him some questions, right? And he didn't say anything because he asked Wardlow what was he back for. He held up his arm and written on his wrist tape was the initials MJF. Yes! 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 This is what we've been needing. The full circle storyline. It looks like they might be doing it, y'all. This MJF. Now I'm starting to think he won't lose to Jay White at Full Gear. I think it's going to be Wardlow. And they're rebuilding Wardlow back up to look like this power dude. And I think it's going to work. I actually think it's going to work because people don't forget about where Wardlow came from, and he was with MJF before. Now, the problem is, see, this is the way I will book it, because I think a lot has changed with MJF, where you can't really just book him as that heel versus babyface, because you can't really do it with MJF right now, because MJF is too over with the crowd. So what you're going to have to do now is you're going to have Wardlow as a heel. He's going to have to be a heel in this situation against MJF. It would have been a little better if Wardlow was the babyface, but they changed. Like I said, you can't really reverse this on MJF. He's just too over with the crowd now. So what they need to do is Wardlow needs to be a guy that's not crowd friendly. He needs to be just a straight badass trying to get that belt away from MJF. Like they need to have it where his whole mission is to get the belt off of MJF, and he does it. And he does it. Because Wardlow is one of those dudes where he really should have the main title. He really should. And this will allow MJF to go into whatever he needs to go into. Now I know they were going to do this whole thing with Adam Cole and him, but now Adam Cole's probably going to be out a whole year. So, now they're going to have to rewrite that and whatever they're planning on doing with that. But Wardlow should be the guy to take the belt off of him now. Now, I don't mind if they still do it with Jay White, but because I don't know if you need to have a title in this situation. You can still have MJF fight Wardlow without the title being in the picture, but I like the idea of Wardlow having the title. I do. I like the idea of him having the title and it meaning a lot that he's the final piece to take everything away from MJF. He's the one. That's all I said. It's just like in the WWE right now. I've been coming up with ways to get the belt off of Rhea Ripley, who I think should get it off of Rhea Ripley. I think it should be Indy Hartwell. I don't think it should be Jade Cargill or some of these other girls or Becky Lynch or whatever. I think it should be Indy Hartwell. And the reason why I say Indy Hartwell is because she's from Australia and it's a full circle moment. Being from Australia, also being a girl that's been looking up at Rhea Ripley because she's 3 years behind her. And, going into that whole storyline there, Aussie versus Aussie. And then with Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa in 2029. We had that match, and Roman Reigns retires after that match. There's just, I think in pro wrestling, sometimes you have to really think far. And, I know you can't do it all the time because injuries happen, but if you really do it right, these full come circle moments, they're unbelievable in pro wrestling, man. They're unbelievable. But I think the darker Wardlow character will work in this situation because the fans embrace MJF. So I just think it's the right route to go. So we'll see what route they go with it. Let me know what y'all think of it because this is something I've been predicting for a long time and it's happening now, bro. So we'll see. Go on ahead and get this video a like, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. After News to Light.